So welcome, you're probably watching this video because you want to get a HDPE pellet or a HDPE sheet for whatever you're trying to do. Now, as you can see, behind me is basically the whole setup that I'm going to recreate and show you guys how to do. Now, it is a bit of a process, but believe me, it's not that complicated. Like, even if you don't follow this video, if you just type in HDPE pellet, it is actually not that difficult. It is just a bit difficult to set up because it seems complicated. And I mean, it is sort of complicated, but not complicated. I don't know if that makes sense, but whatever. So basically what you just need to do is set up this. I'm not going to show you the whole setup. There's no point because we're going to recreate it anyway. So let me just show you. So what you need is obviously, again, first of all, electricity, right? Electricity. Once you get that, you just need a crusher, which I have right here, right? Crusher. As you can see, it's plugged in. Beautiful. Get some, stop the rain. Get some universal cable. Make sure that you start connecting stuff up. I do recommend just underground. Obviously, remember that we are a little bit limited, and as you can see, we need to sort of plan it out because it is a little bit of a spaghetti. But that's like the easiest way I think I can get the HDPE pellet. There might be easier, but this is my way, right, to do. Okay, now the crusher. The crusher also, we can make it automatic. So what you just need to do is you just need to put a logistical transporter, a chest on the top, right? Now, why are we doing this? We're doing this to basically make sure that we don't need to put any of the stuff ourselves. Now, to basically, I'll tell you actually again in a second. Let me just put it. So basically, what you need to do into the crusher, you need to put some kind of biomass, right? Which we'll see in a second. Biomass. Now, biomass can be basically created by literally anything, by saplings. There's literally, like, as you can see, saplings, potatoes. There's just about anything that is sort of edible or sort of is alive, right? I like to use saplings because it's the cheapest way. Like, everyone has millions of saplings, so why not use them? Then what we just need to do is make sure that the output is basically, or the chest is outputting all the saplings or whatever you're using into the crusher. As you can see, then what it's just going to do is starting to give us biomass or biofuel. Biofuel, there we go, it's the same thing. There we go, biofuel. Okay. Second of all, what we just need to do, then the second thing that we need to do is we need to get the pressurized reaction chamber, plug it in right here, right? Make sure it's powered to electricity. And as you can see, the biofuel is starting to go in. Obviously, you need to go to the site configuration and make sure that the pressurized reaction chamber, I might call it PRC for short, to output, right? So basically, any biofuel is going to automatically go here, which is what we want. Now, the PRC requires water and hydrogen. As you can see, water, hydrogen. How do you get hydrogen and water? Well, we just need a pump and an electrolytic separator. Right, and then what we need to do is to the PRC, we need to give it hydrogen and water. Well, how do you do that? All we need to do is just put a bucket of water into a 1x1 square, put an electric pump, sorry, other way around. Make sure whenever you're putting the electric pump, just make sure that you basically put it towards the electricity like this, not towards yourself, right? There you go. And as you can see, it's basically plugged in towards the electricity. Now, what we just need to do is we just need to put the electrolytic separator. Now, I actually recommend like putting it like this. It'll be easier if you just do it like that, like I showed you. And make sure it's powered. Wrong pipe. There we go. Now it's powered. There we go. It's powered. And what we just need to do is put the mechanical pipe to the electrolytic separator, which will give it water. As you can see, it's giving it water, hydrogen, and oxygen. We actually need both of these, so do not get rid of the oxygen because we actually need it. Now, what we just need to do is we just need to make sure that the hydrogen is going to the PRC. And as you can see, it's going to give us something called substrate. There we go, substrate. And then we're actually halfway there. Now, we're also going to get something called the ethene. We also need the ethene. Like I said, it is a bit of a complicated process, but it's like once you do it, it's actually simple. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to get this ethene. If you actually go to HDPE pellet, we need to get this ethene with oxygen, and this will give us a HDPE pellet, right? So I'll show you how to do it right now. Right, so basically if you just connect I actually recommend splitting a little bit because we actually need a bit more space. So just connect it like with a logistical sorter, but like maybe 2-3 pipes. And then what we just need to do is we need to actually plug it into another PRC, right? So if you basically put it into another PRC, and remember to plug it in. So if I just basically, like I said, that's why I also recommended plugging everything through the bottom, because electricity is very simple and doesn't get in the way. There we go. Now it's powered. And what you can do is you can just easily make sure that it gives you the substrate right into the PRC. However, nothing is going to happen yet. It's going to happen in about 2 seconds. Now, what we need to do is we just need to get the oxygen first. Let's do oxygen first, out of the electrolytic separator right into the PRC. So then basically, if you just plug it in from the electrolytic separator and basically just lead it towards the PRC. Now, you actually will have to go to the electrolytic separator site configuration chemicals, and as you can see, it says chemicals back or whatever the site is. Make sure it's a pressurized tube in the chemicals section, and make sure it's eject, and it has to be output 2, so it has to be like the turquoise color, which is the oxygen, right, or the second container, and that should directly go to the PRC. And as you can see, oxygen is basically getting stored here. Now all that's left to do is we just need to get the ethene, right? So what we need to do is we also need to get one more machine actually, which is the rotary decondensator, or whatever you want to call it, a rotary condensator. Place it like so, like this, right? Make sure obviously again to power it, so you can do it through the bottom. If you have followed my advice, there we go, boom, done. Okay, now what we just need to do is we just need to get the ethene out of here, right? So basically, if you just get the, again, it is the pressurized tube. I always mix these things up, and you just basically connect it, and it's not giving anything yet. So we just need to go to chemicals, and we just need to start, basically make sure it's on the output. There we go, output. And as you can see, ethene is right here. Now, what we just need to do is make sure that the ethene goes directly to the PRC. So what we just need to do is we make sure it goes to the output. However, it's playing with me for some reason. Just change everything to output. There we go. As you can see, it changed for some reason. It's, yeah, maybe I'm mixing things up. But as you can see, right, if I think by fluid section, it basically directly went to the PRC. I don't think we actually need these pipes. Yeah, we actually don't need it, right? So if you just go to the site configuration, make sure it's fluids, and just set everything to the output, right? And there we go, it is basically working. And as you can see, we get HDPE pellets. Now, how do you get HDPE sheets? What we just need to do is we need to get the enrichment chamber. What we just need to do is get the enrichment chamber, power it up. Again, we can do it like here. There we go, it's powered. And if you just basically put the HDPE pellets, it has to be minimum 3 HDPE pellets to get a HDPE sheet, as you'll see in a second. So as you can see, we got 7, which means 3 got used to create a HDPE sheet. And yeah, one bam bam, we got HDPE sheets. And yeah, it's not really that difficult. Like I said, it's not really that difficult. It just seems like it's difficult, but if you take it slowly, if you just follow my tutorial step by step, obviously you might have to watch it a couple of times. So yeah, that's how basically the whole tutorial. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Please don't forget to subscribe, and if you have any questions or comments, you can always join my Discord or leave it right under the video. Or if you need help, I do actually recommend joining my Discord, because then I'll be able to help you out a bit better. YouTube doesn't allow me to post pictures, and Discord will allow me to send you pictures if you need help. Okay, thank you for watching, and peace.